Hey there and happy Friday. It's been a whirlwind here on the farm with spring planting, but I'm always glad to help out. It's just been one of those days where I kind of had my list of things to do, and going live for you to show you a sneak peek of some of the items that will be in the new upcoming annual catalog was on my to-do list, and I've been called out several times. In fact, I started to put on makeup and only got halfway through with that for the day before I was called out several times, and thought, you know what, we'll just go with it today and just squeeze everything in and think about makeup tomorrow. So what I want to show you are just some of the items that I've pre-ordered as demonstrators. When the new annual catalog comes out a month before that, we can pre-order some of the supplies. So I wanted to just show you some of those things. And then especially the in colors and all the things that we can get with the in colors. Hey there, Julie. Hi, Linda. And then at the very end of this video, I will kind of give you an overview, just a quick overview of what the catalog deadline, start dates, and things like that, because we have like 3 catalogs that might be sitting in your lap that you have wish lists for and such. So I just kind of want to clarify those, but I'll do that at the end of my video and go over that. Hi, Mary. So with the annual catalog, Stampin' Up! Gives us a list of certain things that we can order. When it's a mini catalog or holiday catalog, we can order anything we want. So things were limited, and my list is long for Tuesday when we can start to order from the new annual catalog. So if there was an unboxing event for the whole catalog, my video would probably be 2 hours long, but for your sake, it's probably good that we could only get some things for the short list for right now too. So let me get things turned around. Hi, Shelly, and then I can show you kind of what I've got here so far. So what I do want to highlight here is the fabulous 5 new in colors. They are amazing. And so, hey there, Tori. Earlier this week, I made a card using kind of these 2, whoops, I want to kind of get my camera so it's not too far away, but not too close. There we go. I made a card earlier in the week using these 2 new in colors. So this is the new lighter of the 2 greens, soft succulent. So whenever I order an ink pad, I go ahead right away and order the re-inker, because as I'm finding out, and this happens every single year, people order the ink pad because they're really excited about it. And then when the in color is ready to go out, then like that last, as soon as the retiring list posts or shortly after, then people start wanting the re-inker for it, and it's already sold out. So I tell people, like, buy the re-inker with the ink pad right away. And then even as a reminder, early in January, February, and March, I think all 3 of those months, I said, hey, order, anything that's an in color that you think you're going to want. And all of the in colors have this ribbon available in each of the colors. So that's that. So like in this new in color Evening Evergreen, same thing, cardstock, ink pad, re-inker, and then the blends. So the blends come in all 5 colors, which doesn't normally happen either. Now this is that new fresh color, Pale Papaya. So it's kind of light peachy. Sometimes it takes on a yellowish look, but definitely like light peach. So, depending on what I hold up might make you go, oh, that's yellow. No, it is peach. So I would say it would coordinate with anything yellow, anything peach, and even some things that are going to be orange too. So I think that's a good color. And here is the new in color, Fresh Freesia. And so this is a little bit more lilac-y than the Purple Posy of last year. This has definitely got a little bit more purple tone than Purple Posy, which was such a pale, light purple. I loved that cardstock. I'm down to just scraps of that. But there again, you can get all of these same products in that in color. And then this color, new in color, is Polished Pink. So at first I thought, oh, is that like the Magenta Madness? But Magenta Madness is definitely more of a hot pink. And of course, depending on what color my camera wants to pick up, you might go, well, that's what it looks like. But it's just got more of like a pink look than a hot pink look, if that makes sense. So you can get the blends and that open weave ribbon. Like I said, all of these things are the same. And then if you're thinking, I kind of want a little bit of a variety to all of those things, well, Stampin' Up! Comes through with that. So if you are a scrapbooker and like your cardstock in 12 by 12, you can get all of the 2021 through 2023 in color cardstock. So you get like the variety pack, 4 of each sheet times 5 colors. So you get 20 of those. And then same with 8.5 by 11. So if you want all of these colors and then you want a variety pack 8.5 by 11, you can do that as well. So that's in the new catalog. If you like the variety pack of ink pads, you can do that. You can do like all 5 of these markers here so that you have them all together. In fact, that's the only way you can get the markers, is to have them all together in this 5-pack here. So that's a good way to do that. And then how fun that Stampin' Up! Came out with some 2021 through 2023 in color jewels. Self-adhesive, that's like my favorite 2 words that are hyphenated. And so all of the colors I've just shown you here are on here. And what I see when I look at this is a lot of these colors that are in colors with these jewels, they will coordinate with so many other colors that we have just because of the way the shimmery shine of the rhinestone. It'll help coordinate with so many things that we have. And then for extra embellishments, some things that I picked up are the silver and clear epoxy. Oops, I want to get my camera there so I can put it down. Silver and clear epoxy essentials. So these are kind of fun. So here's the silver and here's the clear. So kind of looks like little raindrops if you want it to be, or little diamonds or little circles here. Hi there, Mary. Hi, Marie. Hi, Jane. And so you have a nice variety pack of these as well. I'm trying to think how many. Yeah, 180 little gems in here. So those will last me a week. And then these I've already used as one of my sneak peek cards this week, the Genial Gems. So I love the nice light green that will go a lot with a lot of things. And then this, I think, is that pale papaya color here. So you can kind of see how that's going to go with that. But like I said, this could be fun for peachy things, yellow things, orange things. So those 2 colors together, I think, would cover a lot of projects too. I think there's going to be a lot of fans for these in the new catalog. These are the Bumblebee Trinkets. So bright gold. Look at those fun bumblebees. I've been wishing for these kind of like for years because Stampin' Up! Kind of comes out with something fun bumblebee and then they retire it really quick. So I wish that these would have been with everything bumblebee that we've had the last few years, but I'm so glad that we still have those. And then here's another thing that I'm excited to use. These are loose flower flourishes. And they come in some of those new in colors too. So you can kind of see the polished pink and then the fresh freesia and then the pale papaya in there too. So these aren't self-adhesive, but you can kind of use those how you wish. So there's some big and small ones too. Yes, and Tori, you are not the only one obsessed with the bees. So yeah, you just kind of want to do those John Candy motions of bees, bees, whenever you see that because they're so fun. Okay, so what I was wishing is that Stampin' Up! Would bring back some white baker's twine, and it kind of did. So the thing is, it comes in a variety pack, and so it's called Baker's Twine Essential Pack. So I want you guys to know that it does come, it did come back, but in a variety pack. So you've kind of got your black, white, vanilla, oops, crumb cake, and like a gray tone too here, probably gray granite. Thanks, Tori and Julia. I love the flowers too. I think for Tuesday when I order again, I'll be ordering several more packages of that. And so with these linen, are not linen, kind of like a linen, but more baker's twine. I think that I will use all of these. Like, I feel like I use white a lot, but yet all these other colors, because they're neutral, it'll just be nice to have a whole pack so that we don't always have to grab just the white. We'll have the other options there too. So let me show you quick some of the bundles that I got. And this one I'm super excited to show. I might even show this one on Monday. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do Monday for my demo of my live card, but Beauty of Friendship. So look at all these fun trees. They can look like evergreen trees, all seasonal trees, fall trees, however you want to, but some really nice sentiments. And then these are the dies that go with it. So nice large size dies. And so then these can cut out the papers that I'll show you here in a second. You can have like thicker or just kind of sporadic cut out trees. And then these are for the sentiments. And then you can have a couple different types of trees. And then these even cut out some birds. And I'm always about, let's add a bird to a tree. And not always do we have dies that easily make that happen. So I'm excited about this bundle here. And then the paper, let me just get that out of my hand so I can show you the paper. So think of, here, let me grab this die. So this die here, as you can see, like if you cut out this as your tree, then you can cut out this die with this paper. And then what I love is that it looks like a tree in nature, how there's more different colors of greens and yellows together and such too. And Pam's asking back to those little floral glue dots, or little flowers. Glue dots would hold those perfectly, Pam. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to use for mine. And even though there's two different sizes, glue dots would work great. Sometimes for the smaller ones, I end up just kind of balling up a glue dot underneath it. And other times I'll cut a glue dot in half too. So great question. There's this for the Beauty a friendship paper to go with that sweet. And how pretty is this? It kind of looks like a reflection on a lake of fall colors. And then we've got this and this, and then we do have the true fall colors here. And then how fun are these little tree lines here? And then the back side, we've just kind of got some greenery and some of that. And that's what I'm thinking I'm going to be cutting out those trees with. And for a winter scene, that's beautiful. Same with that. To put like just a stark tree trunk on here for winter would be great. And then some more just kind of vague tree images there. And then kind of like a barky hardwood look there too. Now this one will look familiar to you because I used it earlier this week, Inspired Thoughts. So for a bundle, usually there's some kind of image that goes with the dies, but here's all those sentiments, Inspired Thoughts. And then the dies are actually, if you remember that big tree line here of 4 big trees, you can put your landscape there, sun or moon, and then all of these fun little additions to make your tree or bushes or however you want. So that's one of the fun new bundles coming out in the annual catalog. Here is switching gears because I've kind of done trees and trees. I put them together on purpose so you could see the difference. Hi, Danielle. And yeah, you're so welcome, Pam. That's a great question. I love it when you guys ask questions because that helps everybody. Okay, Elegantly Said. I think this is going to be beautiful embossed. And so for all of those occasions where you kind of want something a little bit more elegant, here you've got your happy anniversary or even just for thank you cards. And for those of you that love to do memory albums, vintage albums for anniversaries and big things like that, this will be great. And then this punch will fit these sentiments really well, but also I'm going to be showing you, when I make something with this, and Stampin' Up! Is really highlighting how you can take this, and depending on how you put your paper in here, feed it through, you can make this end be on both ends, cutting it out, or make your tag longer than just this, and I'll show you how to do that too. With that suite of products comes some Simply Elegant trim, and it comes in both gold and silver, because you'll need both gold and silver to match up with this pretty paper that's like embossed with shiny gold there. And then this one has some like shiny copper and silver flowers. So when you have things like this, it doesn't take much to decorate that pretty paper and you're all set. How pretty is this too? I'm thinking for fall or anything, but lots of embossing on there. And this is really elegant too. So that's kind of like almost like a gold embossed on on a misty moonlight color, not quite navy, but that just looks so classy and sharp. And then we've got just kind of like a little pattern, but there again, that's gold embossed, and I love this. So my blue fans, this is kind of like in between silver and blue, but that misty moonlight color for the background, and that's embossed with silver too. And then we've got unembossed, just plain backgrounds there in some black and ivory and kind of misty moonlight color. Never thought of putting misty moonlight with black, but that looks gorgeous there in leaves. And then we have that color there, and then just kind of an elegant traditional color there with some gray. And let's see, oops, kind of took one too many here, and then just a plain pattern there, black and white. And here is so classy too. So like I said, my blue and gray people will be loving this, and then this is just black and white too. So that is the Elegantly Said bundle. And then I'm just getting towards the end here. I also wanted some dies that didn't go with any of the stamp sets too, and that was the basic borders die. This caught my eye because I've seen some stamps or cards, excuse me, where they have kind of this envelope flap that comes down, or a little swoop or something that has a decorative edge that goes almost all the way across the bottom of the card, but just kind of has a little bit of an edge. Or if you make cards that you have the fun, the fun clouds or mountains or anything jig-jag. So these are going to make some really fun borders. And the fun thing about especially these is you can put those anywhere on your card, so you can have the border be at the top of your card or the bottom of your card, and it will cut that exactly where you want, if you want a high cut or a low cut. So all of these just make a nice border. So that is just a standalone set of dies that I bought in the back of the annual catalog too. And I can't remember if you can get it as a bundle. I'm thinking that you can, but I just wanted the dies for this. And if it is a bundle, I'll probably regret not getting the other part. I can't remember because it was kind of a blur. I just kind of hit order. And then here's the pansies. Pansies are everywhere. And so here's this, and then the yellow there. And then we've got some fun pansy leaves here and all sorts of different greens. And for my gingham fans, you're going to see kind of just a repeating pattern here of different colors of gingham on the back side. But we've got some really bright spring colors there. Gingham there. There's more pansies here. So if you are thinking of getting the pansy dies or stamp set or bundle, those will cut out these. But if you just want the pansies and then put your sentiment on there to make a quick card, that would be great for that. And then we've got a nice pattern on the background. Some nice spring colors there. And then I love these green stripes. You know me, I love stripes. So that's so pretty just on its own. And then the last one just has more pansies there and more gingham there. Hey there, Kay. Good to see you. Thanks, Kay. And then this is a fun specialty paper. This is a 4-pack of ombre. So what I love is that they just kind of took some of the popular colors. So if you were doing cherry cobbler, real red, poppy parade, something like that, all the way from like even calypso coral, that would cover a lot of these because it's ombre. So they kind of just chose 4 of the basic colors and went with that. So here's a nice yellow, same thing, that ombre look. These are all 12 by 12. Here's blue in the ombre, so I can't wait to do things with this because I did so much with the rainbow glimmer paper that's carrying over kind of that same look, but here they're just doing a solid color, and this one's purple. So 4 sheets of that come with the ombre specialty. So if you remember me working with the rainbow glitter paper, it was kind of like all of these colors just in little segments all the way across. Well, now you've got full sheets of those. And then this is going to be a repeat too, because earlier this week I made a card using this fun paper. But just as a beware, for hostesses, if you're thinking of hosting or placing an order over $150, which then you are your kind of own host that way, it is that paper or pattern party. I cannot get this name right. Pattern party. So this is a huge stack of 48 sheets of paper. If you saw it earlier, so all sorts of fun paper here. And then the back sides are all black and white paper designs here. different patterns. And so 48 sheets for $18. So they have the value of it at 30, but if you're a hostess, you only have to use 18 of your host rewards dollars to get this big paper pack. So you'll be seeing that a lot from me too, because I'm excited about making things with that. And then I'm just going to throw this out here, the catalog deadlines, because everybody's kind of been asking. And when I put out my newsletter tomorrow, I'm going to do a repeat overview. So this is the current annual catalog. The last day to order from the current annual catalog is May 3rd, which is Monday. So after that, it seems like Tuesday, Wednesday, I always get those emails. Hey, would this still be available or that? No, and it's really hard for me to find and get things that are discontinued. So you can always ask me, but Monday is the last day to order from here. And then currently, this is also going on, the mini catalog, and this will go on through June 30th or while supplies last. So when you look in here and you go, oh, here's the ice cream bundle. I'm glad it just opened up to that, I'll be honest, on page 49. So what you'll see here is the sweet ice cream bundle, and the bundle pricing of bundles in here are good till June 30th. But if you see something in the next annual catalog that used to be a bundle in here, the bundle pricing will only be honored till June 30th. So if you're looking like, oh, good, I loved it in here, it's carrying over in here, so that means I can get the 10% bundle savings. That is not true. So bundle savings is only good on the things in here till June 30th. So you might look at this. A lot of you have received your annual catalogs and you think, oh, good, that carried over, but beware, you're probably going to be paying single prices for stamp sets and dies separately, or stamp sets and punches separately too, unless it's a brand new die or punch bundle. Well, then there's a 10% saving. So I'm talking only carryover things. So once again, June 30th or while supplies last for the mini catalog. Tuesday is the big day for this one, and I just so want to open up this, but I can't because of demonstrator policies. But May 4th, which is Tuesday, and then that is midnight as far as when you can order, midnight to, well, Monday night actually, Mountain Time in Salt Lake City, so 1 o'clock our time. I'll probably just wait and wake up Tuesday and start ordering, but for those of you that are night owls and do want to stay up late on Monday night, you can do that. So that's when the annual catalog starts, is Tuesday, May 4th. And on this page, my Facebook page here, I've got some host codes. I'm going to get this switched around. I've got some host codes that I've got 3 so far, 4 actually, hostesses that have stepped up because there's a great host promotion, and I have 1 more host code to activate, but I'm just going to wait a tad for that one because I'm not quite ready to get the demoing set up and such. But when you go to my top pinned post on this page, it'll have all of the current host codes. So if you are interested in ordering and want to help out one of my hostesses, you can do it that way. May is going to be an incredibly busy month for me, and so I'm not doing any technically stamp camp cards, but I'm going to be demoing a lot, and all of those demos will be for my hostesses, which I'm grateful that people are stepping up to be hostesses, and that is so great for you guys, because then I get to demo cards for the virtual stamp parties too. So you'll get to see just as many cards probably made the month of May as if I was having a virtual stamp camp online too, but you'll just have those orders going in and crediting towards the current hostesses. And then keep in mind, if you have a party, an order of $150 or more, feel free to go ahead and reap those rewards. You'll still get some cards from me that I'll be crafting and making and mailing out to you. So that's still going to be a benefit that you'll receive. You won't get a whole set of 10 because I won't have even time to make a set of 10 this month for anyone. But based on orders that come in, you'll be getting cards from me. So What will I be doing? I'll be going to Hawaii, thanks to Stampin' Up, and I will be moving to college kids' home, so I will be doing a lot of extra cooking and a lot of cleaning. I'm always picking up after them, even though they should be doing that at their age, but I'm enjoying taking care of them while I can, because you all know it goes really fast, and so that's what I'll be doing. I'll be still busy taking care of the guys, going out in the field. I'll be planting my garden and tending that. I have a huge garden. If you don't know me, that's another passion of mine. So, and it's summer in Minnesota, so I don't want to miss those 3 days. That's kind of how summer in Minnesota goes. So sometimes in May I do a normal stamp camp and do that, and sometimes I take off. And then when my husband reminded me of everything I have on my plate for May, I'm like, okay, yeah, sometimes I need him to put common sense back into me. So I'm not going, you know, to just take off the whole month. Like, know that I will be working throughout the whole month, but it'll just look a little different than it has been for stamp camp things. So if you have any questions on the host promotion, let me know. There is a Join Plus promotion, or if you're thinking of joining Stampin' Up, let me know and I can send you that link, or if you want to look it up on my website too, you get an extra portion of dollars, like 25 or 35, 25 for sure, if not $35 for extra for joining in the month of May once the new catalog goes live too. So keep that in the back of your mind, because that's always a fun way that I can support you, to have you on my team too. So I'm gonna sign off because I don't like these videos to get too long and drawn out, but I just wanted to show you a fun little sneak peek. And like I said, Tuesday, I'm just as excited to order more things as you guys are to order just in general. So take care and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.